poussière à la poussière.
Yo, greetings, fellow Ambazonians. Happy new month today, the 1st of June 2025, the 6th month of the year, the middle of the year. You're welcome to yet another edition of Amba Defense Briefing, hosted by your humble servant, Paul NILLONG. We started this thing, I think, in March. Yeah, I'm sure in the month of March that the Ambazonia State Radio and Television was launched. And we are now in June, and we are still striving. Fellow Ambazonians, I want to extend my sincere greetings. May I go for a normal language? I dey throw a salute for we Ambazonia State Army, with the day for barrack at the moment, with the day that they strategize, with the day that they prepare themselves, how they go implement, how they go reinforce country Sunday for tomorrow. And with Papa and Mama them for ground at the table, when I say like normal as usual, country Sunday, we did every Monday for tell the world, for remind La Republique, say we still dey inside. We fight for liberation. We fight for struggle. We fight for independence. Now, a constant reminder, not only for La Republique, but for the world. So we are still that determined people. So we be that people when we don't put we mind, say we go fight and we go get this thing, we go fight and we go get them. So I did throw a big salute for Una, for all the big work we wanna do last week, the week for 20th May and after, all that action, all that resistance, we did throw away, we salute. We for Amazonia State Radio and Television, we did throw away, we salute. We say we did behind Una. As Una the worker, that's so we did follow Una for back. So any action we Una they take up for protect with civilians, for defend the integrity for the Amazonia national territory. We say we did with Una. We go continue for the heal Una. We will continue for the show the world Una good thing the Una they do for protect Una people. Just like how the Ukrainian army that they fight for protect the integrity for the Ukrainian territory. That's so Una too Una they fight. So there is no difference between you and the Ukrainian army. We in the struggle for repair any aggressor we they enter illegally for inside we country. So on this very special day, today when the 1st of June, I did throw a special salute for Una. We Amazonia State Army. Una no fit understand the work wey una dey do am, na the sacrifice wey una dey do am. Una no fit understand. Na only when we go reach for Boya. Me, I don't talk say for me, every Ambazonia army, they go name one street after it. When we don't get with independence, we dey celebrate and we dey struggle for build a country. Every Ambazonia fighter, we get a street after you. All this colonial street name, the way we get up, we go abolish them all. Now my proposal, that my opinion, that we go abolish them all, we go wipe them all. And each fighter, especially the ones where them don't go before, the one that will a republic don't succeed for silent them, where they don't go for we maker. Each we go get street them, we go get this avenue them, we go put their name them, we go name them after them. If they get for name all street, they rename all street for Ambazonia according to their name. We go still get street the way it go left, it go remain. So all we fallen heroes, for me, we go name them that kind, we go do them that kind of thing. Which honor will we give them? Which honor? So today now another special edition for Amba Defense Briefing. I don't talk, we talk about defense related issue, and we also cite on some certain aspect for we life. As a people, today I go to talk, I go emphasize on two things. I go talk about the sudden interest. Well, a republic don't get that for Ambazonia. The other 3 weeks ago, for a few member, 3 weeks ago, we be talk about this thing for Kupe Maninguba. That camouflage, they can put, they can say that they launch road between Kupe Maninguba and Atina Top, which place they say that they make road between Kupe Maninguba and what on our side to Kupe Maninguba would ever pass na through Sancho will go there. You know if you enter Bangem, maybe from Tombe, you know fit. You must pass na through you must pass na through Sancho. You must pass it through that before you want for this Consaba side. Consaba, Sancho. Now through that side you go pass before you go enter this thing. Why? Like this place, like Akwaya, where you go for pass through Iko for Nigeria before you enter there. You know if you pass through Mafi, they don't take road, they don't take this thing can camouflage. 3 weeks ago. Last week be then like outside. I think 2 weeks ago. We'll be talking about some of this their project again. I don't forget the place. We'll talk about this project. So I go talk now about the one for Kumba now today. We see say Frekafu don't sign accord with Kumba. Say the one be the first one for Kumba will be now say the one be gas plan. Now Frekafu don't come in on all of a sudden say the one be a 500 million stadium. Why all of a sudden they get all the interest for Kumba? Una see I say now only when election they come, at that time they remember Ambazonia. Now that time they remember say Ambazonia need this, they need that, they need that. Why? And how they go do it? As soon as know that their normal plan and their normal strategy, they go build, they go make foundation. They go make foundation. They don't do one. They go delay the foundation. They go delay the foundation. After when they don't win their election, when they don't thief their election, because they never win election. When they don't thief their election, they go disappear. That project will remain abandoned project. Man, tell you now, that bunker fee where they did. Now fee that way they're supposed to do. You wanna see if you go around that bunker fee, they seal up the big fence they round. It did more than 30 years. I think that for early 90s. If I'm not forgotten, if I know the remember well, I think that almost early 90s when they talk about that bunker fee. And if you see the Fekafu that time, they already the budget for beef stadium for day. They will already approve them. The people that collect that money, put up their pocket, they disappear. They just build that fence. Now, I don't know it. Sometimes they go broke that small fence waiting for them. They go be some different thing. They go make their own new fence. Maybe they want to increase the size of the fence. And immediately after election, when they thief election, they go disappear. The talk say the one big gas plant. Now, which gas plant the one build? And why not only towards the time for election? I don't see somewhere they say they don't build that thing for Bamenda or for Usai. So why all of a sudden una over to get interest now for Amazonia? Why una want be all thing now of am? Una take and go. Una don't leave Victoria deep sea for. Una don't go make deep sea for creepy. Victoria began for cost 1 billion. Creepy go cost how many 100 billion. Una prefer for go be artificial deep sea for hundreds of billion that for can just for can reclaim Victoria, we go cost una 1 billion. Then na time don reach una say una can do na wetin. Una wan be in a stadium for Cuba. Una wan deceive na who dem. Since when Mr. Samuel Eto'o recall himself inter presidency na 2 years, make sure we one stadium wey don build am for La Republique side for your own place. Make sure we one stadium wey they don't even go half. When they do the work, they don't go half. So you see and say na stadium in progress that. All of a sudden, I don't live in our own country. Una Kumba over fine now can be stadium, 500 million stadium. Okay, but for some not fine for build that stadium. But for some way not get stadium, you not fine for build that. That one, I think I bet to East Province, it gets some stadium. East Province don't get no one stadium. Una never build stadium for day. Una one can build a 500 million stadium for Kumba. Because election they come. Because una one can find road for thief. We know una strategy. We know una strategy. We know all una small thief. Thievery work the one that they do. But I want to tell my people for Ambazonia, see, una no go be deceived by these shenanigans. Una no go be deceived. Una know them. Una know say for 43 years, now only so they don't deceive we today. And they will continue for deceive if we no stand strong and fight. Hard way we don't start since 2016. See, now the time this way we supposed to join hand as a team. Now the time this for join hand as a people. Now that the time this way we're supposed to be focused on with priorities. What are our priorities? Educating Ambazonians on the need to fight. Educating Ambazonians on the need to resist. Educating Ambazonians on the necessity to stand as a people. Have they not deceived us enough? I don't see some picture that they make a thing a road for. Now fine work, yes. But my problem I say, why all of a sudden now no say una fit be road? My fellow SAS, the Amazonian State Army. Now is the time to defend motherland more than ever before. To defend motherland more than ever before. Let me 1 minute, my family on Amba. Let me share on Facebook. Let me share it on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, all this fake agenda, all these fake promises, all these fake whatsoever uh, projects springing up here and there. It's not for the interest of the Amazonian people. Look, they don't care about us and they will never care about us. They will never. That's the point. They will never care about us. All of a sudden, one can give me 500 million stadium. I mean, I don't ask the simple question. Well, the one for Bafusa, I don't finish her. The one for Eastern Province, I don't finish her. The whole North, get only one stadium. Why would I not go be another one maybe from Gaundere? Fellow Amazonians will not be deceived like that. They have been deceiving us with fake projects. They don't deceive we with camouflage projects. All these things are camouflage project. No project, not be realistic. All the election camouflage projects. So my people for Kumba, make una not be deceived. Make una not be carried over. Not that stadium go solve the problem for the Amazonian people. No be that gas plant go solve the problem for the Amazonian people. The Amazonian people have been marginalized. From the day we entered this unholy union, it is not a holy union, it's unholy union. Till date, we have been marginalized. So coming with this small petty token, these crumbs, will not solve our Amazonian problem. Me, I want to ask you now, have they solved, even the lawyers going back to court today, have their problem been solved? No. Are they not still sending fresh judges in our court? Yes, they are still doing it. Have the educational system have been adjusted? No. All that Patterson and Co cried, they are still doing the same thing till today. And when you want to talk, they tell you it's a language problem. It is not a language problem, and it will never be a language problem. It is the problem of the identity of the people. The problem is our identity, the suppression of our identity, our marginalization. The assimilation of our people, of our style of living. That is it. So, fellow Ambazonians, do not look at all those things that they are bringing in on your table now. Don't be deceived by these things. Don't be deceived. Me at the time when I say, make them, don't use all these things for food. Because in the next coming weeks, you will now want to see, think they're going to enter Kumba, say, they don't take country, they want big stadium for Kumba. Immediately after October, it go stop. I want to understand, say, one, we not first, this, we'll talk a bit about this presidential, we not get no legalized election in Ambazonia because one, no political party no dey exist for inside Ambazonia. Political party no fit dey in existence while war dey go on. So no political activity supposed to take place inside Ambazonia. Now the first point that way we all supposed to understand and we all supposed to acknowledge. CPTM na an illegal party, na a foreign party from La Republique where they don't transfer them into Ambazonia. And when they get for do everything, when they go back for where they come out. So there is no political party. There is nothing like a political party in Amazonia. So I do want appeal for Papa and Mama the way they did for ground. We langa truth, bread and sardine. Now they carry una towards that direction. Say una want be una be CPD militant. Why una people that the on a life una people, the same people where they call themselves say CPDM. Now then they behind those who they on a life una brothers and sisters. They target them. And una they still come out, una they support them. No try for reason, no try for think. Una look at right at the level of your the marginalization. When you una the chop for Amazonia, now crumbs. The first man for their country where they claim say we and the day equal. The first man na Frenchman, the second na Frenchman, the third na Frenchman, the fourth economic and social council. Before number fifth, when he call himself say John Wood, the prime minister. Now he be number fifth man in command for that country, number fifth. Wey mean say if they are big man that they are blood drinker no day today. Now after Nyendi Fendi, you get Kava Yege Jibril. After Kava Yege Jibril, you get the president of the Economic and Social Council. Before you get even the prime minister. So it means say we will not even get any relevance. We don't get any relevance. So please, now for what the table now, my brothers and sisters, say we need for resist. We need for fight. Till we get we country, we go no say A na A, B na B. That time they go be with good neighbors. If they like for be with good neighbors, they go be with good neighbors. People for Eritrea, they be fight for long, 30 years. But we need the expect we go fight for 30 years because our own independence, they don't really vote and say, so not that something we will get some process where they go ask United Nations when I made them vote independence or not. Our independence had already been voted in 1964. Sorry, 1961. It has already been voted in 1961. I think 21st April 1961. Under the UN chapter 1608. So we don't even get some long process. We just need to, La Republic need to take its forces away from our land, carry their forces away from Amazonia. We draw all their forces away from Amazonia. That is all. And we declare our state. The takeover of our state. The independence declaration was made in 2017, 1st October, by the former president, His Excellency Siseko Ayok Tabi. So whatever they are doing now, they are just joking. They are just manipulating the minds of weak Amazonians. It is pathetic. It is pathetic that we have come to this level. Now, for my brother, the way they did for diaspora, it is now or never. I'm not saying you get zeal, you get that hungry for go back home. So you know what risks? You know what risks? You fear say if you risk any, if your face shine, your face show, your face no show, your name no show, you go back home, you want to go back home, go enjoy with your people. What you want to go enjoy with them? They are in suffering. Oh, not just because you want to go claim Lord, you want to go claim bushfaller over them. But I want any Amazonia where we don't be for this struggle. Where in one way or the other, a name or a face will be exposed. Yeah. Your name or your face be exposed. Be very careful. Listen, if your name or your face at any point in time was exposed, be very careful. Yaounde will target you. They don't forget. They don't forget. They have data. And there are some enemies among us selling others to gain a better face from the republic. Sometimes if you did diaspora, you want travel, you don't need for tell on your brother, them for sister, them need diaspora. Because when you travel, not them will call. Yeah, when they say, so and so person they come now Amazonia, maybe they support Amazonia. So I just say my remind you now for that one. But today, the main thing, well, I'll get two main things we're talking today. The first part, now this part where they don't carry projects. They enter inside Amazonia, they carry things there, they carry, they sign some kind contract, them some kind project the way even get way. In short, the lifespan for that project now June, July, August, September, 4 months. Because when campaign will go on for October, they will reduce small. They will work like say immediately after that election day, the next day all work will stop. I mean, say even a road where they make it to go leave the road. Any project where they start now for Amazonia, now camouflage for election. But I want to remind you now very strongly say no election no be legitimate inside Amazonia. No election. So during that election period, our SS they go take maximum effort. They will make maximum effort for see and say this election will not take place. Because that one are infringing on the right, the integrity of our land. You cannot carry a foreign election in Amazonia. It is not possible. It is not possible. So I call on everybody, go back to your LGA. Reinforce your LGA. Reinforce your county. So that from now, when we start prepare, how do we go lock down with territory during that period? We're not going to wait that October before we say, no, we'll start prepare for September. No, we have to start doing it now. All strategies, everything, the planning, everything has to start now. The build up towards a proper lockdown in Amazonia in October starts now. So now they call general regroupment. Go back to your county. Go back to your LGA. Support your county and your LGA directly. Because when you support your county and your LGA directly, this support goes directly to the ground. Now, yeah, it is very, very imperative and it is very, very important. Go back to your county. The strategy to lock down our territory and to fend off all these scallywags who will come to say they want to organize election in Amazonia. The strategy, the planning, all begins now. The build up begins now. How do we strategize? How do we stop that the military from, because it will be a military protected election. Now military go carry box, can't keep up. Now military go take box, come on. And the military, they not be allowed inside Amazonia. By international law, they not be permitted for cross food because they are not Amazonia State Army. So they are illegal in our territory. From 1972, when they secede from the union, where the fake union between the two of us, since they declared the United Republic of Cameroon, thereby breaching the untouchable federal system, they seceded. So whatever they have been doing since that 1972, by me, is illegal. Because they declared that no, we are no longer part of this union. But we were not wise enough until they are celebrating National Day. Which National Day? They are national with you. Which unitary day with who? based on illegality, based on fraud. So please, to all those who are in the diaspora, don't be deceived when they tell you that there is no mercy. There is no mercy. Last week you saw all the videos of the action. Is that a country that is normal, that there is no mercy? No. You yourself know better. So I'm calling on you all in the diaspora. Please go back to your LGA. Go back to your county. Let us build these counties and LGAs now from scratch right to the top. Let us build them now strongly, and we prepare to tell the world, because it will be the biggest disgrace that we will inflict on La Republic. The biggest disgrace that we will inflict on La Republic is to stop this election in Amazonia. And let me tell you, there is one thing I believe, we can do it. The Amazonia diaspora can do it. Our people back on home front can do it. So we need to work together as a team. But now we need to start planning this thing now. We need to start organizing it now. So this is a clarion call that I am making to the Amazonia diaspora. It is not time to give up. It is too late to give up. We have started the fight. We are 8 years into it. Okay, when you give up now, what next? What happened next? Our SAS are still on the ground fighting. They have not given up. They are the ones facing the terror of La Republic directly. They have not given up. And you in the diaspora, sitting in the comfort of your home, you have given up? What a shame that somebody who is facing the wrath of La Republic directly on the ground have not given up. And you, in the comfort and security of your home, you have given up. Is that not a shame? Is that not a shame? So please, I am compelling and I'm appealing to all of you listening to me on home front, in the diaspora. We have to give La Republic a technical knockout. Let them carry the project of 500 million to acquire. Is acquire not La Republic too? If since they claim that every land is La Republic, why can they not carry that project to or 500 million from Kumba? Why they cannot take it to B Road to go to acquire? Why? Why can they not use that money to B Road, Kumba Tombe Road? Why? They are using it for something that will attract, because they know football is something that calls the interest of everybody. They call all money interest. So when we tell them, say, one B stadium, or they go clap and they go forget their miseries and their sorrows. They go forget, say, they don't get road for go Tombe. The Bakosi man no go remember, say, no, road not there for my country. Road not there for common, for Tombe, come for Kuba, when a capital, when a headquarter. Because the one being a stadium. So I come for una today with a very special appeal. It's na time now for remobilize, for stop that evil way they come for October. For stop that evil way they come for October. The doors of Friends of Amazonia, they open for fight at the level of diplomacy. If you want to become a member of the Friends of Amazonia, just type a message, go to the comment section, just make a command, and we go get in touch with you. Friends of Amazonia, yeah, they not be government, they fight government, it's just, Friends of Amazonia, people they don't gather, where they see the need for revive the cause. They see the need for put the Ambazonia cause first priority, for take the challenge, for go out and for advocate for the Ambazonia people. When I see them for Capitol Hill the other day, I think 2 months ago, when I see them for Capitol Hill, then they work from one congressman in office, congresswoman, they work from one door to another. They still get another triple that they plan and for go for higher offices. For remind the people, the Trump government, for reminds congressmen and senators and other American officials, say fight still they back home. Now for draw their attention. So all we would try for do now for draw people their attention to the real issue. What will be the real issue? Now the war between Amazonia and La Republic, the war of independence. That's the real issue that. Now, why that we for Ambazonia State Radio and Television, we did talk Ambazonia from morning till night. From Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, tomorrow we will get awareness. We go talk nasty Ambazonia. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, we hear some different news for this television. You know, we hear Ukraine news for the television. You know, we hear Gaza news for the television. You know, we hear American politics news for the television. You go hear that only Ambazonia. So then your ear go hot. Because man way fire fall for his skin. You know, if you leave the fire for your skin, you want to wipe that the one way there for your brother's skin. No, you go first move your own fire for your skin first. You get when you don't get relief, you will get power now to move the one for your brother. Now, why that way would they focus on the Ambazonia fight? So I appeal for my people for diaspora, wherever you did, for America, for Europe, for Australia, for Asia. Now time we will get for gather. For give La Republic a technical knockout for October. Because the whole world will turn their attention towards that particular activity when that election. And then for them will go tell them, say, this election for inside Ambazonia be illegal. It be illegal. They don't get any right for conduct any election inside the country. And for the international community, maybe they will come to their senses. So please go back to your LGA. Contribute to your LGA. Build your county and let us prepare for this final act. Because this one will be like with a cut tail for snake. This action for October, we will go start planning them now. Now for cut tail for snake. So please, if you don't know how to get to your LGA, just leave a comment here. We go direct you for your LGA. If you don't know how to get to your LGA, leave a comment under this video. We go transfer you there. We go get in touch with you and we go direct you to the appropriate quarter. So every LGA, every county need for revive, need for revise, need for revisit, and need for come back, prepare with a strategy to stop that election in their land come October 2025. And for do that, now for start prepare now. For do that, now for start the preparation now. So fellow Amazonians, we get big work. We get big work for mobilize with people. So home front, all those small come off. May una no worry. We know them no be today. If they no be complete bunker fee, una no people for Kumba una no bunker fee no. As they no complete bunker fee, no na this one they go complete them. As I say, what's that money for bunker fee day? The money where they be signing up for big bunker fee, what's that the money day? Na 30, almost 30 years today. She come no man no see am. Who the way they even sign the Feka food don't can sign project with Kumba. Now who be the company we go can be? When I go see am, the company go come on for La Republic. They go come. Can do rough work. Prepare people their mind, make people they be happy. After October, they disappear. I don't close that case for now. So why they emphasize about this supporting your county now? Because all the actions the one that they see are back home. Thank you, Matiti, for this reminder. All the action the one that they see are where they happen back home. Now the money they come out directly from the counties. Now counties that they sponsor this action. No be no any other office above them. Now the counties. See the action there for Mesa. Now county work. Now county that they finance this action directly. See the action there from Gokutunja. Now the county that they finance this action directly. The action there for Bui. Now the same thing. So all the action the one that they said they go on for home front. Now direct support from their counties. Now whether one will go back for we counties, we mobilize, we support we counties, and we go see result for October. So that is the first part of it. The second part today will show now some BBC report the way they make them of recent. I would like to watch that BBC report. I don't make a video for make some correction on that video on that BBC report. So maybe I don't know. Chairman Amos, please can you play me this that BBC report so that I will make that correction them again.
Have you heard of Ambazonia? It's a country that armed separatist groups want to create in English-speaking Cameroon. Under colonial rule, Cameroon was divided and governed by both the British and the French. But since independence, the French-speaking region has dominated central government. Today, after nearly a decade of violence, separatists continue to fight at any cost for an independent Ambazonia. This is the funeral of Johnson Mabia, a civil servant who was captured by armed separatists on a work trip in the English-speaking regions of Cameroon.
I received a phone call from him. They took the phone and then the person who was talking said, if we don't send the money within 24 hours, we'll kill your husband.
Whilst Dora was attempting to raise the money, she received a call from a relative saying her husband had been murdered and his body left on the road.
I was just shouting uncontrollably. Tuesday he was traveling. He was kidnapped. Friday he was killed.
In response to attacks like this, the centralized Francophone government doubled down on its own displays of violence. In English-speaking Kumba, authorities paraded the corpse of separatist leader Oliver Lekeke in front of a busy crowd after they killed him on a raid. After nearly a decade of violence, there is no end in sight. The Cameroonian Ministry of Defense did not respond to requests for comment. The Ambazonian Defense Forces say they operate within international law and do not attack civilians. They say they are individuals acting on their own accord, as well as government infiltrators committing atrocities to turn local populations against the liberation struggle.
I don't know if you can play the one from the Facebook page, because this one is just it's just a cut. Chairman Amos, I don't know if you play the one directly from Facebook. I think that one is about 5 to 6 minutes. If it is possible. If it is not possible, okay. But if it is possible, fine. Okay, I go talk about the first part where he talks say Ayon Bless is from Kumba, just like myself from Kumba. A freelance journalist who have been shuttling between Kumba Douala and everywhere, trying to make life for himself, and as a journalist to make this report. The first aspect for this report will it be false. Yeah, the first aspect for this report will be false. Nasewiti. It's a we separatists. I will use some certain word we use for the report, like separatists and Northwest. So when I use Northwest now in response to this video, not me acknowledging Northwest because Northwest is not part of Amazonia. Northwest is a colonial appellation. It's not from Amazonia perspective. So, it's a we don't the separatists, the silence, and like I talk when I go use the word them separatists as according to in response to which way Mr. Ayon bless the try for Duan. We the separatists that they try for silence journalists. So I want to make this correction, Mr. Bless. If you really love your journalist colleagues, you know go ever talk say the separatists want silent journalist. No. Instead, the Amazonian restorationists, all those who are advocating for the right of the Amazonian people, our forces on the ground, the Amazonian State Army, they are helping journalists to publish the evils committed, the atrocities committed by La Republique military, terrorist military inside Amazonia. I want you to understand that. Let me cite journalists. Where is Mancho BBC, who as a journalist went out on the street to protest the poor state of the road, the marginalization? Where is he today? He has been sentenced to life imprisonment. Mimi Mefo, she is where she is today, gaining international fame, was because she exposed the ills of the French Cameroon government in Amazonia during the active years of this conflict. She was reporting in Amazonia. She was in a corner, in Kumba, everywhere, reporting the atrocities of La Republique military. And what happened to her? She was arrested and locked up in New Bear prison in Douala. And who were those who advocated for his release, for her release? It was us, the Amazonian people. We advocated, we demonstrated, we tweeted on Twitter, on X, on Twitter now X, on Facebook. We were everywhere, writing and putting pressure on La Republique government to release her. And finally, she was released, and she left the country, where today she is advocating against Amazonia, forgetting to know that wherever she is today was because of the blood of our people. And today, if I see what she writes on her blog, then I say, oh, why forget so soon? Why forget so soon the support that the same people gave you? If this war had not occurred, maybe you would have not been where you are. Maybe you would have still been back in La Republique, suffering under their useless system. We advocated for your release. You were released. So the Amazonian people, that is a proof. That is one of the proof that we don't silence journalists. Now, Mr. Ayon Bless, I carry it back to you. Where is Wazizi? Wazizi was a Boya-based journalist reporting on the hills of La République. He was arbitrarily abducted. It took 2 years for La République to declare that he is dead. It took 2 years for La République to make that declaration. Until date, we have not seen his remain for burial. Ambazonia, the family have not seen. Ambazonia have not seen. The international community have not seen. Was it the Ambazonia State Army that silenced him? No. Was it the Ambazonia State Army that abducted him? No. And in your report, you were not even fair enough to mention it. Because you too, you are afraid that if you mention it, where was this the end? You too will follow suit. You will follow in the same line. And then you, in your report, you are saying the separatists and the government want to silence journalists. No, you know the truth. So sometimes when you make reports like this, speak the truth. But since you are afraid to speak the truth, you have to equalize. You have to equalize the truth. You have to make the truth to be equal. That yes, it's Ambazonia and La République, so that La République will not come after you. Because if you say it is La République that wants to silence journalists, even this your report, you will be doing it out of Ambazonia. You will not be doing it in Kumba. By the time BBC will be publishing this report, you'll be somewhere in Kenya, struggling to go up north in Tunisia to cross the Mediterranean. You know that fully well. So why not speak the truth? Why not? Advocate for your colleagues. A month ago or two, the EU came up with a report, a communique, urging La République to release so many journalists. Cameroon is the country with one of the highest rate of journalist imprisonment. We have over 1,000 journalists in prison in La République. And La République has not even responded to that demand from the EU. The journalists are still there. Mancho BBC and his colleagues are still inside there. You did not talk about that. You went silent and you were talking about something else. In your report, which I saw was a one-sided report to project I saw the first issue of the Johnson's wife talking about a call to receive millions, if not they will unalive the husband. There was even a far more serious case. I think it was in it was on the 14th of February 2020. A very terrible incident happened in Garbu. More than 20 people were unalived by La République military brutally. You did not make mention of that case in your report. We had 13 children, 13 kids from 1 to 13 years. They were unalived and burned inside the house. You did not make mention of that one. You did not interview the father, the family of those children. You did not. And the worst part of it is that when La République lied that they were not responsible, it was this same BBC that geolocalized using Google Earth to geolocalize La République military in those positions when these things happen. It was BBC. And it's so funny that you want to make a report, you did not even include that particular incident, which called for there was an international outcry. And La République made a shamble trial. A shamble trial. And they have arrested this after they had tried to cook up lies. After they had tried to cook up stories to cover it up. Till they even brought, there was one Bororo Fulani man who even came and gave false testimonies in front of a colonial deal at that moment. False testimonies. And when the issue was exposed, those were things that Mr. Bless, you were supposed to carry in your report. You spent all your whole time talking about Mr. Johnson like you were paid by the Johnson's family to advocate. And I call that a pure one-sided report. Because you left the Johnson is important, but you left that which raised much alarm. Those are the atrocities that Mimi Mefo and others tried to expose. Wazizi tried to expose, and they ended where they are today. So please, I made a video which I posted on my wall, calling on you to do what? To revise that particular report. To revise that particular report. So, Mr. Ayon Blaise, your projection of the Ambazonia Restoration Forces, which is now the Ambazonia State Army, is disheartening as an Ambazonian, of which you are. So I've compelled you, I've asked you to go and to revisit that particular report that you made. Because that report is one-sided, that report is deceiving, and that report is not good for the image of the BBC, for those who know the truth. I've ever known ego eyes. When it comes to ego eyes, they give they give clean and good reporting with facts, not lies, because they want to please the government of La Republic. So look, our journalists, listen, we encourage them, we work with them, because we know that the Ambazonia State Army has nothing to hide. And now the last point that you tried to portray on that particular issue was projecting the ADF, the Ambazonia Defense Force of Ayabacho, as the main actor in this struggle. No. The Ambazonia Defense Force it comprises about like 5%. 5% of 100. 5%. If the Ambazonia State Army is 100, if let's say the fighting force is 100%, the ADF is just 5%. And there's this video of Inguzan which you highlighted in that report. You knew fully well that that video belonged to the ADF. They identified that particular video because it was the ADF that published that video. You were supposed to specify that it was the ADF and to make the international community know that there are so many other factions fighting, which ADF is a minority. ADF, just 5% of forces on the ground doing their own work. Even though they have done so much dirty work to a point that is left to them. But when you make your write-up talking about the ADF, you make the people, the international community, you want to pass this impression like the ADF is the main fighting force on home front. It is not. They are not. They are not. ADF does not have any county that they control. They operate in certain counties. They operate, I think, in 2 counties. They operate, if I'm not, yes, in 2 counties, because they have a small faction. A small faction used to exist in Momo and another one in Bui. That is all. All the other 13 counties, 11 counties, none of them you will see any ADF forces inside any of them. So ADF has just those 2 factions. in Momo, and in Bui. While the counties are there, in Bui, we have the main General Tokandu, and I think in Momo, we have the state army operating in Momo. So when you compress all these things and you put ADF as the main fighting force, that is deceiving. That is totally false. The impression you want to portray is, please, you are disgracing the eagle eye of BBC, which I have always known to give facts, proven facts. But because you want to please La Republique, you have to send out this narrative. I never heard you make mention of the Amazonian State Army, of which you know that they are in existence and they are the main fighting force on home front. So please, I was very, very disappointed in that result. Yes, Dr. Tita, it's some sort of 0.5, not even the 5% that I give. They have an insignificant fighting force, insignificant, because we know what they do on the ground, but that is left to them to sell themselves. So, Mr. Ayon Bless, I have told you to make a correction for your integrity as a journalist and for the integrity of that particular Eagle Eye investigative unit in BBC. I think the Ambassador people deserve that correction. You cannot know the truth and you want to twist the truth. We cannot be suffering under crooked reporting from La Republique, and we come and suffer the same crooked reporting from the hand of one of ours, who calls himself an Ambazonian, who calls himself a Kumba boy. Don't disgrace that name. Don't disgrace where you come from. So, fellow Ambazonians, I think we are above our 1 hour mark. We started somewhere about 8:15. We are well above 8:26. So please, I am still trying. I will still conclude this program by still calling on every Ambazonia at home and in the diaspora, most especially for those in the diaspora. Let's start strategizing. Let's come together as one force in your county, in your LGA, in your county. Let's build the strategy to give La Republique a technical knockout in October. Because if every county raise up a defense mechanism, a serious defense mechanism, in such a way that when we declare a lockdown during that period, La Republique will not even be able to access. Let me tell you something. If we will have to declare a lockdown, for example, on the 5th, while they will bring all their things, all their materials on the 31st of September, on the 30th of September, they will start transporting their materials, so that by the time we declare lockdown, all materials are already in Amazonia. All their fake illegal election materials will already be in Amazonia. And now it means we have to lock down on that particular election day, to a point that nobody goes out, no movement in the whole of our territory. Because don't be surprised that even in August, they will start shipping material, election materials will start entering in August. In August. So that by the time you declare your lockdown, they are already comfortable, the things are inside. They play their card that they want to play. So please, I am making a special appeal. Go back to your LGA. Go back to your county. Finance it directly. If you are interested in the diplomatic sphere, if you want to run with the diplomatic ladder, you contact the Friends of Ambazonia through Dr. Tita, Mark Dorothy, Pastor Victor, and Dr. Richard, any of them. Leave a comment on the comment section and we'll get in touch with you. Join the Ambazonia State Radio and Television. Support this cause. Listen to me every Sunday. And on Monday, tomorrow, there will be awareness, which will still continue to educate our people on what we are going through, on this fight, on this struggle for our independence. So, fellow Ambazonians, for me to conclude again, support your county, support your LGA, support the Friends of Ambazonia, support the Ambazonia State Radio and Television. I've told you, we don't talk about people here. We don't talk about foreign news here. We talk Ambazonia. We talk what is paining us as a people. We strive to remind. We strive to educate the ignorant ones, the ones who are not even ignorant but have decided to turn a deaf ear to the struggle. We will continue to talk to you. So I want to thank you once more for listening to me. I'm telling you, every Sunday there will be defense briefing. Even if there's no program on Monday to Friday to Saturday, but hear me, you will hear from me every Sunday, 8 p.m. Amba time. You will hear from me. The defense briefing does not only talk exclusively on defense, it gives insight on issues that affect the revolution. At the level of diplomacy, at the level of defense, at the level of mobilization, at the level of finances, at the level of analyzing. So please don't say you are coming if you are not interested in this. If you look behind me, you will see the donation site for Ambazonia State Radio and Television. Please go to that website. Make your contribution there. And if you want to make contributions for the counties and the LGAs, you know how to contact. Leave a comment and we'll get in touch. Go to that website. There is a contact there, an email. Leave a message under that website. We'll get in touch with you. If you want to be part of the Friends of Ambazonia, please do the same. We are open. We pay allegiance to nobody than to the Ambazonia people. Listen, we pay allegiance to nobody than the Ambazonia people. Our only allegiance is to the Ambazonia people. You listening to me, we pay allegiance only to you. To protect you, especially those on home front. To protect you, to educate you, and to support you. So at this moment, I don't want to use this opportunity to thank all of you today, that we will remain faithful in this cause. Me, myself, I've dedicated my life to this cause. And I pray that one day I'll be among those privileged to raise that flag in Bongo Square. So to our SAS, tomorrow is our normal country Sunday. To those on home front, please, it's a day of reminder. If you disobey this country Sunday, you are walking on the blood of those who fought for this country Sunday to stand. If you open your business, if you are going to the office, you are walking on the blood of those who have gone fighting for you, for your generations to come. You are betraying their blood. Stay in your house. Stay safe. Because you never know what might happen next. It happens anytime, anywhere, anyhow. And for those who went out marching on 20th May, betraying the blood of our heroes, what have you achieved? What have you achieved? After going out and march on 20th May, what did you gain? You were happy that you were marching. Some even wore CPDM uniform. They were happy. What is the gain? Can you tell me? So please, I just want to this moment to thank all those who are committed. I mean, when I talk committed, I see people who are focused on Ambazonia, committed in this act, not for personal gains, not for personal reasons, not for personal aggrandizement, but for fighting. I want to thank you, Dr. Tita Emmanuel. I want to thank you, Ma Iringwa. I want to thank you, Chairman Amos. I want to thank you, Dr. Ade. I want to thank you, Ma Rashetima. I want to thank you, Ma Dorotingwa. I want to thank you, Pastor Victor Ma. I want to thank you, Ma Titi. I want to thank you, Ma Godi I, Mama China, I call you Mama China. I want to thank you, Dr. Richard. I want to thank you, Comrade Mickey. I want to thank you, War Chai. I want to thank you. Who again? Who do I thank? And so many others. The list is too long. I don't even know I don't even know. But please know, I thank you all. Most especially my chairman for this broadcast. I want to thank you also, Chief Oben, the general supervisor for the Ambazonia State Radio and Television. Thank you for this wonderful work. So tomorrow is Country Sunday. Please stay home and stay safe. I thank all of you back on home front who continue to resist, who continue to inform us on what is happening on the ground. Please, your informations are invaluable. We cannot pay for the information you give us on the ground. Please, I want to thank all my informants on the ground. I want to say thank you. Thank you for continuous believing in us, for believing in the Ambazonia State Radio and Television, for all the information we receive. We want to say thank you. And for our valiant heroes, for the defenders of the integrity of Ambazonia, I say 21 gun salute. You people are irreplaceable. We cannot replace you people. We'll continue to stand by you people. You have dedicated your life to fight for us, to free Ambazonia. And we have dedicated our life in reporting, in telling the world the value of the work you are doing. So I say thank you once more. May God bless you all. Till next Sunday. But tomorrow, I think 8 p.m. Ambazonia time, we'll still be coming up with the awareness. I think we'll give an in-depth, we'll talk more on this BBC report and other issues with Pastor Dr. Victor Mba and the others. So please, till next week, Sunday, thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for everything. God bless you. Till then, ciao.
Not God. You should make it. The president of this country better wake up to the real fact. This country was united by plebiscite. It was not one and indivisible. It was united by the will of the people of the South alone, not by the will of any other person.
What about the youths championing the cause?
The future is theirs. I'm 77. Mine is gone. I may die tomorrow. If they don't fight, our fathers will come from the graves to fight for them. They have the right to fight for it. They better fight, man. They better bloody fight. No liberty is gained by lying down and allowing people to walk on you.
And the students held back at home?
Let them lose 1 year of school and get a better future. What are you talking about? Let them lose 2 years and get a better future.
What then happens to the future?
Moving on swiftly regarding, I don't think the government wants dialogue. Sometimes we use words without defining them, and when you don't define words, you think that you're using the right word. Because words really have no meaning until you put them in context. If you say, I love this course, it depends if you're talking about a meal or a course in a class. So you need to put it in that context for us to understand. I don't think they want dialogue from the way they are moving on. When you want dialogue, you don't cherry pick the people, self-select the subject. It's not called dialogue. That one would be monologue. But Southern Cameroonians are not looking at negotiations. Emmanuel, you see, if I'm owing you 100 million and you try to take that money from me and you can't get it, and one day you come home and I quarrel with you and you push my daughter and she dies, you and I are not going to talk about 100 million. Do you agree? The question will be about my daughter now. Yeah, so life is more than money. All right, so more than 10,000 Southern Cameroonians are dead. Many are missing. The IDPs. We don't need to go through this all the time. So maybe dialogue could occur with Anglophones who want to talk about their federalism and their centralization. But as far as I'm concerned, as a Southern Cameroonian, I'm not debating my independence with the Republic of Cameroon. They don't have that capacity. If I have to debate that, let Britain come, let the United Nations come. And the French. I'm not debating that. We're going to be negotiating. We've been for 57 years. What is up now? This is it. And how do you get to that? Like both panelists have said, left and right, we need an enabling situation. What is the enabling situation, condition, or circumstances? First thing to do, release the leaders of Southern Cameroon and every Southern Cameroonian in Yaoundé, Bafoussam, Douala that you've arrested. Release them. That is going to appease, like the brother said that day. Secondly, demilitarize our streets. We cannot be talking with guns over our heads, with bullets raining on our people. Demilitarize our streets. Thirdly, sign a document to the international community that our brothers will come from abroad and they will not get missing. I don't want to use the word amnesty. Tell the world that Southern Cameroonians who have been banned from coming into their country can now come freely without them getting missing, chased away, or being locked up. And then we need to sit, but in a neutral ground, on a neutral ground, under the auspices of probably African authorities. That clown of a house like AU is there, but we like individuals like Sir Rollins of Ghana, like Professor Lumumba, and of course the United Nations has to come. They need to explain to us Resolution 1335, 1608, and 1514. They should come and tell us. We need to ask them a simple question. Did you give us independence? Or were we qualified for it? Okay, yeah. Did you give? No. What happened to it? They need to answer those questions. They need to tell us if the instruments of governance of Southern Cameroons, according to the Charter of the United Nations, was supposed to be given to an already existing government or to AIJO. That is where our debate is, if we need a debate. All right? So when already you give preconditions, and you know that by and large for 3 years, if Southern Cameroons is not working, if it is ungovernable, it's because people say they have restored their independence, and then you say that one is not on the table. I'm asking you now, Emmanuel, I'll be honest. If you say that, do you want to dialogue? Why can't you go to Bamenda freely? Why are children not in school? Because they want federation. 10,000 are dead because they want federation. And then you say that subject is a taboo, don't bring it up, but come and dialogue. Look, it's a child's play. It's a child's play. So for these callers who call and say we are adding more for, look, you are reversing. It's called secular thinking in reasoning. You're not looking at things clearly. You have, and I don't blame you. If you have yellow fever and you think I'm yellow, it's your problem. What you need to go and do is take medications for yellow fever. You realize that I'm not yellow. I'm dark in skin. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much.
It is not a situation where we are trying to carve out ourselves a boundary and to leave a country where we got independence as a unit. We came into that union with our own internationally defined borders. The borders of Southern Cameroon are not being made now. They are borders defined by international treaties. That is different from what Biafra tried to do in Nigeria.
The country that has seceded from the Union is like Cameroon, which has seceded. They declared their secession on February the 4th, 1984. It is they who have seceded. And we say you must follow your secession to the logical conclusion by pulling out of Amazonia, or we have to stage a liberation war. It's a decolonization, not a secession. We are trying to decolonize ourselves from a secessionist country which is imposing its rule on us after they have seceded. Please, have this in your mind and not to hit back at those who say you are secessionists. They are the secessionists. They have seceded. And we are asking them to pull back having seceded. Thank you.
We shall be delivered out of the Republic house of bondage to the land of freedom.
There is an eventuality of the creation, establishment of La République d'Amazonie. That is the course which God has set us for, and we are not stepping one step back.
Our goal is one and only one. Our goal is to revive and implement the independence as well as restore the national and international personality and sovereignty of the former British-administered United Nations Trust Territory of the British Southern Cameroons. There is nothing that is going to stop us from doing what this goal says we are going to do. And anybody who steps out of here should take word that that is what is going to happen. Nothing is going to stop us. So help us God.
Come out of it. You have to listen to the Anglophones. There's a problem.
Now, the form of the state.
The form of the state. You know, in our questionnaire to Anglophones, we try to influence the Anglophone opinion, but we did not succeed. Therefore, it shows how deep the problem is.
When you say you tried to influence...
We tried to influence...
How?
Good question. When we said, what form of government do you think can solve this problem? Federation, for example. Decentralization, as we are trying to live it now. I think just about 4 or 5 people reacted out of 1,000. 69% of Anglophones said absolute, the word they used, many used was absolute separation. That is to say, cessation. What? Who was taken aback?
Cessation was not on the questionnaire. You had federalism and decentralization.
No. Yes.
And they ignored the two.
But then we said, have you any other proposition to make? We left it open. Have you other proposition? But many said in the questionnaire, acting on outside the questionnaire, said we should have proposed also a referendum. They said no, a referendum is not a form of state, form of government.
And when you look at that reaction, what do you read within the lines? What would you conclude is the stand of?
We drew the conclusion. We drew the conclusion because we have a document now. The causes, the propositions of those who reacted to our questionnaire, about 1,000 people, and then our own, what we think. For those who reacted to our questionnaire, 69% are convinced that if we want to love each other, that is to say, if the Anglophones and Francophones want to live as brothers and sisters, absolute separation on the level of government, that is important.
And that is what sounds like a taboo.
Our position is that everything should be put on the table. There should be no taboo. That's our own position. But not that it is our own, not that we are saying that we should absolute separation, but we say whatever the opinion of some, let us listen to him. But
secession should be on the table of discussion,
yes,
in the national dialogue.
Let them try to convince us. If they convince us, we should take it. If it's convincing. That is why I think personally.
Are you saying that if the people who are standing for secession convincingly present their point of view, President Paul Biya should accept to separate Cameroon?
Of course.
Is it feasible?
It's possible, since it is human. It's not the law of God. We were not that. We were separate. Were we not? We were.
Do you think that separation is going to solve this problem? Personally, do you think that separation can solve this problem?
Of course.
Freedom!